Hey, Remington. Man, it's already after 10 o'clock today. Hey there, Burke. Oh my, we've had a bunch of rain last night, thunderstorms. How's everybody doing out there? Hey there, Lucas. Okay, I'm going to finish up what I started up last night, which these squirrel tail jigs for Colby. Let me get my phone lens cleaned up a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, that helps out a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and bring us in. Baseball game today. Supposed to thunderstorm, yep. Today was the second last day of elementary school system. Yeah, it is, yeah. How many days will you have off? Or how many months? They get about 2 months off here. Hey there, Wayman, good morning. 2 inches of rain last night. Yeah, we had about the same here. Yeah, our lake. And hey there, Ernest. I didn't see you come in. And David, welcome in, guys. Yeah, we got a couple of inches of rain last night. We got a bunch of wind. Lots of wind. How's everybody out there doing? There's Colby. Colby's in here. Yep. Garrett, welcome in, Garrett. Okay, let's get into tying. Let's get these tied up today. So we're working on these. We got 4 more of these to do. Tying these up for Mr. Colby here. So what I'm doing is I'm getting my measurement first on this. Everybody does things different. Some people will lay it on there. They'll lay the length on there and they'll cut it after they tie. I like cutting it before. That's going to be the first layer there. Good morning. Yep, drop a like and subscribe, everybody. Guys, thank you so much. Yeah, it was a late night. I didn't get to bed till 1:30. Well, you know, I didn't fall asleep soundly till about 1:30 or 2 in the morning. About 1:30 or 2 in the morning. Ended up kind of staying up late. Yeah, my wife was up too. It was just crazy. A lot of thunder, a lot of wind. When I left the shop last night, we were getting 50, 60 mile an hour winds. Hey there, Queen Reaper. Thank you a bunch. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate that. Yep, welcome Queen Reaper in the house, guys. At 12, slept till 10. Yeah, I stayed in bed till, oh golly, I don't know how late. I was like, I gotta get up. Finally got up around, I'd say about 7:45-ish, somewhere in there. Normally I get up a lot earlier than that. You get up a lot earlier. We just had a lot of thunder and wind, and I was wondering, man, are we going to have a roof in the morning when I get up? Are we going to have a roof on the house? But I spent a lot of the morning getting some of the orders out. We did get a few orders last night. And Richard, if Richard's in here, I forgot to take a picture of the tracking number, but he bought a couple of skeins. Yep, hello, Queen. So we do have our skeins on the website now. We only have 7 colors up right now. We're going to be getting a few more colors maybe by the end of the week, maybe early next week. So we do have seven colors. They are $35.99. You could still use the code on them and save some money. Once you use the code, they're down to like 32, 33 bucks, somewhere in there. Tons of rain, and I've been wanting to go fishing in the river, at the kayak. Yep. Yeah, our lake is, I say after today, we're probably going to be about 17 or 18 feet above normal level. Hey there, D's Outdoor Adventure. How are you doing? Yeah, we got about 2 inches of rain or so last night. There's a chance of thunderstorms kind of between now and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then we should be done with the large chances of rain for a while. Today's going to be one of the last days of 80-degree weather. We're going to be in the mid to upper 80s today. I think Richard was telling me last night that you guys are going to be in the hundreds. Yep, this is Squirrel Tail. I'm doing good. I don't know about everybody else in here, but I'm doing pretty good. This is Squirrel Tail that I'm doing right now. A little bit of Squirrel Tail. Getting a little squirrely today. This is a double layer here, 2 colors. We're throwing in the chartreuse, and on top of that, we're stacking red on top of it. I do like these scissors. They're really good scissors. These are the ones from the Fly Smith. He sent me some of these a couple of weeks ago. Geo, today's the day the flight tying kit will be in. Oh, good. Is there a company recommend to buy thread? We have thread. We have 210 denier. I don't know what sizes of flies or jigs you're wanting to tie, but 210 for me works on a lot of things. Now, if you're going to be tying little bitty hooks and stuff like that, you may want to go to the Fly Smith website. He has a lighter denier or skinnier. The Table Rock Lake is so high. You could touch. Oh yeah, that happens too. We got a couple of bridges around here that are like that. I'm gonna be in the hundreds today. Yeah, is it gonna be in the hundreds, Remington? What size hook and head, sir? Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is a size 4. It is a mustad. Yep, 210 is what I'm using right now. Yep, I use a 210 for a lot of things. I do have a 280. I only use the 280 when I'm tying some of the big quarter ounces that I do, and half ounce lures. But on most of the quarter ounce, like on our website, those jigs, a lot of those I tie with the 210. 210s, I used to use 280 when I first started using fly tying thread, and that's just because that's what the local tackle store had. And I accidentally got 210 denier when I was able to start buying wholesale. I would order 280, and I accidentally got a 210 by accident. They sent me the wrong stuff, and I ended up using 210 from then on out. And then we started selling it, so I'm like, oh, we're going to sell 210. I probably ought to start carrying some different size threads. UTC is a really good company. Danville is too. I use Danville quite a bit. We're going to start carrying some Danville threads. One of the colors that I use Danville thread is for gold tinsel, and I like using that. I cannot get that color in the UTC. What is that there? I see. Let me see. Does your website offer same? No, we don't do a same day delivery. No, we're not Domino's Pizza or we're not Grubhub or anything like that. If you do, I do ship out pretty fast though. I do ship out fast. It'll sometimes go out the same day. It'll ship out the same day. Now, it may take, 2 to 4 days for it to get to you. And even on our jigs, we get them out fast. We don't have to wait 2-3 weeks or anything like that when you order jigs from us. Oh, you live up all the way in Indiana? Well, if you order today and you get some 210 denier thread, it'll ship out tomorrow. It'll leave here tomorrow. So what's today? Wednesday? Is today Wednesday? I think today's Wednesday. Yeah, it'll ship out tomorrow, which it'll probably get to you by Saturday or next Monday. It's either that or go to your local fly tying shop, Or yeah, I get my days mixed up now that my wife's here every day. My days are all mixed up. Hey there, clan. Southern Indiana, I always get my deliveries 2-3 days. Yep. Are you going to tie flies or jigs? All of these are flies, Brooke. They're all flies. They're all, they're jigs too, but they're all flies. It may not be the fly that you tie, but it's a fly. A fly is a fly if it has some thread on it. A fly is a fly. I don't know why, but a fly is a fly. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's see. I live in New York, and I got my order in 4 over the holidays. Yep. Has anyone caught perch on lures like these? Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people that catch perch on these. Fishing with rivers. Hey, fishing. What kind of hair is that? It is a squirrel tail. Squirrel tail. Must I tell? Oh, you're welcome. Squirrel tail. I do have a chartreuse and red head. It is a number 4 mustad. You can catch a lot of perch with these. Catch a lot of crappie with these. You catch white bass, sand bass, brown bass, largemouth, smallmouth, medium mouth. You can even catch fish when they're not biting if you snag them the right way. Yeah, Burke's pretty knowledgeable on stuff. He's for him being a young fella, he does pretty good. You got any fox squirrel tail? I don't know. I don't know if I have fox squirrel tail. I do have some gray and some brown. I'm going to be tying some of the 132nds again. We've been selling the yellowheads quite a bit. The little yellowhead squirrel tail jigs. We're getting a heat wave. Oh, really? Boiling because of the humidity. Yeah, we'll be there here in the next couple of days. It is feeling kind of cool. It is muggy outside. It's pretty humid. But the next couple of days are going to be in the 90s. And we are going to get baked. We're going to get boiled. It's going to feel like a sauna outside. On the size 32nd that I'm going to tie in a little bit, it'll have a number 6 Aberdeen hook. We did get our skeins up. We have 7 different colors of chenille on the website in skeins. We have 7 different colors of chenille, the New Age chenille. Oh, what am I doing? Wrong side, wrong side. Hello, Castaway. Gonna stay inside, tie some more jigs. Yes, it is. Is that Loite? Thanks for coming in. Do I remember you? Do I look like I'm senile and I can't remember things? Yeah, you need to. Yeah, okay. Time to put you in timeout for 10 seconds. Timeout for 10 seconds. Yeah, we see what you're saying there. Would I want to remember you? I don't even know if I want to remember you. What resin do I use? I'm using Solarez right now. I use 3 different resins. I use Solarez for the actual tying, and then I use uh, Gulf resin. That's GULFF, and then I use another brand, and I can't remember that other brand, but that other brand's I've been using that more so in my eyes. Nice video. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. I want one. Yeah, go to our website. I took my jigs out. Water, birch, 4 pounds. Oh, that's a big old one there. Do they get that big? Okay. I didn't do anything. Yes, you did. You're doing something right now. Yep. Let's see. Jerk bait is better. Yep, these are what these are here. These are jerk baits because you got a jerk making them. I am a self-proclaimed jerk, and I'm making jerk baits right now, guys. I come from a long lineage of jerks. My meemaw was a jerk. My peepaw was a jerk. I've been trained in the fine arts of jerkism. Let's see. Okay, I'm timing you out again because you keep making this about you. Here we go. You're going out 10 seconds again. Next time you're going out for good. Okay. Let's see. Peepaw, yeah, meemaw, peepaw. My grandson calls my wife. What do you call it? Mamu. He calls me Papa. Yeah, I heard that a long time ago. Meemaw and Peepaw. I had some friends that I knew in high school, and he was talking about his Meemaw and Peepaw. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? Who's Meemaw and Peepaw? Who the heck are these people? I've never known anybody named Meemaw and Peepaw. And then he told me that was his grandma and grandpa. I always called my grandparents grandma and grandpa. I am Hispanic, and I didn't call anybody abuelo, abuela, and anything like that. Let's see, I used to call my grandpa Gramps. Yep. Okay, there you go. You're gone. No, no, I'm kidding. I just quit asking. Do you remember me? That's a simple, easy thing. Do not. If I warn you once, why does everybody have to come in saying, "Do you remember me?" That's something a 5 or 6 year old would text in there. I get it probably about 5 or 6 times a day. And that's probably one of the things I get bugged about. I literally know 80,000 people in this world. I cannot remember every single person. So when you ask those questions and you keep asking and then you get whiny about it, it makes me not want to have you in here. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Do I put your jigs into a UV box, and how long? When I do eyes, I put them in a UV box. Do we have somebody here? Oh, hang on. I think we got somebody here right now. Is that a customer? Oh, you get ready to go? Oh, okay. Yeah, I do put them in a UV oven or UV box when I do the eyes. These I don't. This is Solarez as dry as bones. It's really good. It's expensive as heck, but it's really good to when it comes to this kind of stuff. It does pretty good. What is that light? That's a UV light. This is a This one here is a Cosmoing. It's an FL10 UV. It's probably been the best light I've ever had in my life. I've gone through probably about 6 to 8 lights before I ever got this one. It is rechargeable. And it does, when you do buy this, and I don't know if they even sell this or maybe they've upgraded, but I've had this light here for, oh, I'd have to say about 6, 7 years. And you can take the bottom off, and you could put 3 AAA batteries in it too. But as far as the what you call the what kind of battery, lithium battery in here, it's held up that long. I still have the little piece that you insert to put the AAA batteries in there. Oh, thank you there. Thank you there. Is that Nick? I'll just Nika. Okay, let's get these other tails out here. We're going to put these up. We're going to tie some of these smaller squirrel tail jigs. Now, these that I'm going to tie are going to be 1 inch and a quarter. 1 inch and a quarter long. And if you're still in here, Colby, I'll text you with the total. And you can Cash App me or Venmo, or you could snail mail me a money order, or send me your firstborn. Okay, we're going with that there. Here we go. So I need some, what do I need? Black thread? I need some black thread, I think. Yep, black thread. We do have these on the site. They are $4.99 for 3 of them. I'm making a little bit of money on it. I'm not making a whole lot, but they work really good. If you fish on docks, or if you have a boat, you can double rig these two. They're super small. They're easy to fish, and it's just a really good fishing lure. I make them simple. I don't put any flashing or anything on these here. A lot of times just the length of the lure and just, you know, the color of it will kind of mimic a bait fish. Yeah, I think he's a mod. I think I made him a mod. What does it do? These are fishing lures. How old are you there, Loate? How old are you? Let's see. Put extra things on my name. And don't worry, hey, I sometimes give some young people a hard time. I am pretty much rated G or PG in here. I don't, you know. Fishing stream, yes, I will. Pretty soon when it dries out. We're super wet. We're like 16, 17 foot high. Ken was asking if you're doing a 4th of July sale. Yes, we will be doing a 4th of July sale. I don't know exactly what we're going to do. We do have 10% off on the website if you use FLO10. FLO10, save you 10%. Let's see. Oh, man, okay. I'm caught up on messages. I don't like missing messages. And I have really good mods in here, everybody. I have great mods. They will answer questions. They'll help you out. If you have fishing questions, a lot of times they can add their expertise in here, and they're just good people. We got good people in that I have as mods. They're kind, they're helpful, and if I miss a question, a lot of times they could answer. They do exceptionally well at answering questions. Well, I don't know. Some of the questions kind of lead me to believe that you're a young person. I do have a lot of young people that watch. And you don't have to say your age or anything. Just say I'm a young person. That's all. That's all that matters. That way I know how to talk to you. That way I know how to talk to you. Yeah, if you're like a 2-year-old, I can say, okay, okay. Oh, did that? No, wow. I'm not any good at baby talk. I am terrible at baby talk. Does anybody do baby talk when they talk to their kids? I cannot stand that. I'm just. You see an adult and they're talking to a toddler or something, and all of a sudden their voice changes, and then this different person comes out of them. It's kind of strange sometimes. I'm a teenager. Okay. Yeah, I'm not any good at teenager talk either. I don't know today's slang and everything. You can talk to me as an adult. I'll understand. Okay, good deal. Okay, this here is a 1/32 ounce. 1/32 ounce. We've been selling a bunch of these. I didn't know how they would sell, and so far everybody, for the most part, has been buying a couple of packs of these. I think we've only had one customer that have just bought one. Now they bought a bunch of other stuff too. So that's what that's going to look like when it gets wet. That's what that's going to look like when it gets wet. Looks like a good color. Yeah, it is a good color. Yep. This would be great for someone fishing. If anybody's in the Claremore area, this would be an awesome color and size to fish at the Claremore dock. Friday, I may get to go fishing at Claremore Lake with Oklahoma Dirt Outdoors. I may get to go out there with them. Hey there, Michael. Let's see, Squirrel Tail. Yes, it is. Do I have a boat? Yes, I do. I just accidentally broke open. Any recommendation not for tying small jigs like these? Let's see. Weedless. I do some weedless stuff. I do make some weedless. I'll show you a weedless bait that I made here the other day. I think I'm going to start putting some weedless back on the site. That's a weedless I made. Got your little fibers there. Now, if the bite's really finicky, if they're biting real soft, that may not work. But for the most part, you can get them. Okay, the knot. Was somebody asking about the knot? There's a couple of different ways to tie whip finish knots. There's a couple of different ways to tie a whip finish knot. Oh, you're already asking about moderation. You just got to watch me for 10 years. To be a mod, it costs $136.99 a month to be a mod. And if you buy 3 months, or if you buy 2 months, you get 1 month free. Yes, I'm in Oklahoma. Alejandro, welcome in. Buenos dias. Yeah, right now you buy 2 months of being a mod, you get the 3rd month free. You get the 3rd month free. Okay, here we go. We're going to zoom out. Let's do the knots. There's a couple of ways to do knots. You can do your finger knot. You can do the whip finish knot. I have my knotty tool. I like getting knotty every day. I get knotty probably, I don't know, at least maybe 1,000 times a day. And this is a whip finish tool. You take this, lay it up here, bring it through there. On my side, it'll look like a figure 4, or yeah, it'll look like a number 4. You just bring this around here. Good crappie spot in Oklahoma. I'm here and trying to switch from catfishing. Where are you at, crew? What town are you in? I missed it. Okay, I'll do another one here in just a bit. Yep, we do have stuff at Tackle Bandit and at Navitac. And if you are down in the Eufaula area, we have our stuff at the Rusty Hook. Be right back. Going to check out the shop. Oh, thank you. Rhino Hugs. Came at the right time, yeah. Oh, you're in Del City. That's over by Oklahoma City. Yeah, Oklahoma City, yeah. I don't know where to go down there. I think Arcadia, isn't Arcadia Lake out that way? And then there's another lake, and I cannot remember the name. It has like a human person's name on there. I can't remember that lake there. He's telling me when I'm 19, can I get mod? He said 10 years. Yeah, you got to watch. Got to watch 10 years. And then after that, you can purchase a membership to be a mod. Yeah, but $136.99 a month. That's a bargain. That is a bargain. And if you use Flow 10, you get 10% off that too. So what's 10% off $136.99? What, $13.90? Yep, you could pay that if you use Flow 10, and if you want to be a mod. Now, we get people all the time asking, how can I be a mod? Now, I'm going to be serious here for about a second. Okay, a second's done. But yeah, you can be, just watch, pay attention, be involved in the comments, don't spam, don't ever, if you want to be a mod, don't ask 5-10 times, do you remember me? Do you remember me? Another thing is, do you see me? Do you see me? All these things. You know, just be involved in the conversation. Be everybody's friend. Be everybody's friend. Now, I don't know everybody personally in here, but I've been able to make some really good relationships in the last so many years. Remington's been a mod of mine for how long, Remington? You've been a mod for what, 10 years? You've been a mod for at least 10 years. He came over and we knew each other from TikTok. We knew each other from TikTok. Richard's another one, Richard Danford, Panfish King. He's also from TikTok too, and we knew each other through that. Same way with Oklahoma Dirt. Oklahoma Dirt only lives like 20 minutes from me. Okay, here we go. We have the whip finish tool. Okay, we're going to get naughty here. It spins. We do sell these. Okay, so you take this, lay it up here. You're going to take this over here. You're going to bring it around like that. Now, when you release the thread in the end, when you release it, you're going to drop this part and raise this part up. Boom, like that, and then you're going to pull this out. So you're going to keep this line parallel here. Keep it parallel. This is a simple hitch knot. Uh-oh. Take this, you're going to raise this, you're going to drop this, and it's going to snap off. Boom. And then you take this, you keep a little bit of tension there. You're going to pull this line here. That's toward you. You're going to pull it towards you and down at the same time. Towards you and down. Now, my knot's different. My knot's like this. Do the same knot, twist it, bring it over, and down. That's my knot. I only show that knot maybe once every 6 months. I'm not going to show that knot again for another 6 months. I saw Brian try to do my knot the other day, and he could get it done. You know, he's been watching. He's probably watching right now. But he tried to do my knot the other night, and it didn't look too smooth. I do what's called a crossover hitch or a figure 8. Crazy 8. There you go. Crazy 8 knot. As far as jig tying, anybody live streaming or doing videos, I've never seen anybody do that knot. Stormy, you just lost power. Oh my goodness, Lucas, take cover. Lucas, take cover. I'm creating fishing lures there, Andreas. Clear and dark water, the Shiner. The Shiner is an all silver jig. Silver head, silver body, white and silver tail. A couple of days ago, my power was going off, and then, yep. Arcadia, yep, north of you. Yep, thanks. Yeah, Arcadia is really good. I hear a lot about Arcadia. I don't fish Arcadia. I mean, I live up here in Claremore, so I'd have to drive 2.5 hours or so to get up there. I don't do a lot of traveling as far as fishing wise. But I have Oologah that's about 5 minutes from me. I have Claremore Lake that's about 10-15 minutes from me. I've only fished one crappie tournament in my life, and that was on Oologah Lake. That was on my home lake. I think me and the fella fishing it, the guy was from Indiana. He was from Kokomo, Indiana. He had come down to fish a tournament. I think he thought we were going to get an advantage because that's the lake I fish at all the time. Rivers and Jones area, yep. Now, if Cruz, you can find my lures at CJ's Bait Shop, CJ's Bait Store in Oklahoma City. You can find our jigs there. Did the whole pack, what did the whole pack end up looking like? What are you talking about, the whole pack? Oh, I mean, I got them all the same there, Colby, like that. Yep. Yeah, they're all going to look like this. Yeah, I got 6 of them. 6 of them. I'll text you later with the price. Yeah, we do have our lures at CJ's Bait Shop, Oklahoma City. These do come 3 to a pack, and they are $4.99 a pack. We did get our skeins of chenille. We have 7 different colors right now. We're going to be adding more daily as my shipments of chenille come in. And we're going to add some regular rayon chenille too. Some skeins of those here pretty soon. We actually sold a couple of packs of chenille yesterday. Or we sold some, not packs, but skeins. And we do have packs of chenille too. They do come in 3-yard increments. And they run right now $4.50 a pack. $4.50 a pack of chenille. Yeah, all hand tied, yep. Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about that, Landon. I know some people can't. Some people are driving. Yep, some people drive. Some people, they just can't. They can't. I don't expect everybody to come in here to help out as much because there's probably somebody doing the laundry right now that's a mod. There's somebody probably chowing down on some sweet tacos as I'm here tying jigs. Sweet tacos. That's what I had for breakfast, some breakfast tacos. Yeah, don't think because you're in here that you have to help out 100%. If you're a mod, I know sometimes, you just, I'm just happy you hanging out watching. I can text you, Colby, when I get off my live. I'm not going to talk finances right now. I'm not going to talk finances right now. I kind of give you a price, but I gave you a price, I think, on with pill heads. But I can text you a price. Do you know how much it costs to ship to Ireland? I've never shipped to Ireland, but I can almost imagine it'll be like 20 or 30 bucks. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It could be. But yeah, if you do want me to ship you products and you live in a different country, send me a DM, whether it be through Facebook. If you go to our website, if you drop me a message on our website, it comes to me in the form of an email. And that's a good way to contact me there too. If you go to our Facebook page, it has our phone number there. I think our website even has our phone number. And you guys can text me anytime you want. I don't answer back. I don't answer text messages back after 9 or 10 o'clock. Speaking of fly tying, is there a machine for it? Yeah, there have been people that try to make fly tying machines, and I saw a simulate. I saw a machine years ago. It came out on YouTube, but the video's off. I don't know where the video went, but it was a machine that was kind of like a box unit. They had a human putting a hook in there, and it would clamp close, and the human had to put the thread on, and it put thread, and then it put like artificial feathers on there. It was no good. The machine cannot do this. It took, by the time the lure was done, I could have tied 3 lures up. They were hoping that was going to be a big innovation, and it was going to change the world of fishing forever, and it doesn't work. I don't have income, so I can't. Oh, that's okay. Maybe for Christmas. Yep. Yeah, it is an art. Yes, it is. It's an art. It's also a talent. I mean, and I tell everybody, I encourage people, if you do tie, we do sell fly tying stuff. We sell thread, feathers, things like that. I haven't got too much into carrying all the nuts and bolts to fly tying stuff like eyes, barrel eyes, and then you got beads. I got tons of beads. We got a whole bunch of beads. We got different color beads. I've had people ask, "Are you going to start selling fly fishing stuff?" And I'm like, no, not right now. We're just going to be mainly just a few different types of feathers, chenille, thread. I'm still working on trying to get jig heads, but I can't pour jig heads fast enough. But I'm trying to work on some things. But yeah, it is an art. It's a talent. In some cases, it's an accumulated. Oh, how would I say? It's in some cases. I know some people that they've been tying for a few years, and they've been tying longer than me in some cases, and they aren't particularly fast, but it's one of these things that you don't have to be fast. You just, if you enjoy making lures, just keep making them, and don't worry about the speed, or don't even worry about how fast it, about how good it looks too. We can blame Randy Guff for the lead pouring. What are you talking about that? Let's see. No, don't worry about that on the Randy thing. No, we do sell some jigs right now on our website. What is the price of flies so much more expensive? Is because it's harder. Well, when it comes to the fly fishing flies, there's a couple of reasons for the price difference, because most of my lures like this one here, it's $4.99 for a pack of 3. There are people in different states that don't have people that tie jigs or flies, and with a lure that looks like this, that's about an inch and a half, inch and a quarter to an inch. We've had people walk in our shop and they're from Missouri or Kansas, and they have more fly fishing there than they do here. And I'll tell them a price, and they're like, wow, I mean, I'm for the price of one lure over there, I could be buying, 2 packs here, 1 to 2 packs of lures here. And it's like, yeah, I said, I mean, I don't charge a whole lot. Part of it, I with guys that tie flies, fly fishing flies, there is a lot more work involved in them. It does take longer to make. If you ever watch ties flies, I mean, I'm sure that if he's not on camera, he could tie a whole lot faster. And I'm the same way. When I'm not in camera, I'm tying one of these every minute, literally. Something this easy, I'm tying 1 per minute, so I can tie, 4 to 6 dozen in an hour pretty easy. You're from Kansas? Yep. So some of it's the cost. Some of it's the cost of the hooks. In some cases, you'll have one fly fishing hook. It'll cost like $1, $1.50, $2 for just one hook. And then that's why that for one lure you're paying $7 or $8 because in some cases the hook's a lot more expensive. Sometimes it's the name of the person. I mean, on our lures, there are some lures that I could put out there for $9 or $10 a pack of 3, and I'll get that. Part of it's because nobody else has the material, and I'm the only one making it like that. And it's like our limited edition jigs. We only had them out for 2 weeks and we're sold out. And on the Dreamcatcher jig, and part of it's because I'm not going to tie any more of that color for the rest of the year. So there's just a lot of different things that factor. With the fly fishing stuff again, sometimes it's just supply and demand. If there's a lot of demand, you can get whatever price you can out of it. If there's not a lot of demand, you're not going to get the big price that you're asking for, and you're going to have to sell it whatever you can. But no, there's a lot of different things that factor in. The hand-tied jigs, there's not a lot of notoriety, as much notoriety there with hand-tied quote-unquote jigs. With fly fishing flies, again, there are so many brilliant patterns. If you guys watch me, this lure is tied the same way that this lure is tied. It has a lot of the same elements to it. This one has flashing. This one has marabou. This one has eyes. A lot of the same mechanics and what goes into the lure is the same thing as that. So with fly fishing stuff, you're dealing with feathers too that cost a whole lot more than the neck hackle and the marabou I have. You got a lot of different elements to a fly fishing fly. And again, some of it's notoriety. You know, for the person that's tying them, they may be a lot more famous than I am. You know, I fish and I'm 8. Oh, well, good. Yep. When I was 8, we were fishing at the creek behind my grandma's house. Dad 3D printed a thing, splashes in the water, makes water. Oh, that's good. How many different materials are used in the flies? Yeah, it's also a big difference. Yep. Sometimes it just takes a lot of times. I mean, you'll have one fly that somebody does, and they happen to be pretty famous, and they can sell that fly for $300, $400, $500 for just one fly. Better than your teacher. Yeah, I don't know about that, but you know, there's just a lot of elements that go into the cost. Sometimes lures will cost more because that person can't get the lure material at the same price another person can. Me, I buy wholesale, and I get a pretty good deal on the feathers and threads and stuff like that. I'm going to do this one a little bit different. Yeah, it is a lost thing. There's so many kids out there playing video games, and they don't get outdoors. And you know, and it's good to keep, you know, people involved and outdoor type stuff. My kids, they got into video games. They didn't, you know, they didn't really get into fishing as much as I did. Now, when they were younger, I was working a whole lot. I didn't do as much fishing as I wanted to do. And so when I did get to a point where I could do more fishing, my kids were already non-fishermen. And so my older kid does go out fishing at times. He just doesn't do a whole lot. His job, and he's also in the ministry, and he's always traveling. And so he just doesn't get to go out and do stuff. The younger one just doesn't really care about fishing a whole lot. He'll come in and work in the shop at times. He just, you know, one of them things. My daughter, she's getting more into fishing because her husband loves fishing. Her husband is an avid bass fisherman. He loves bass fishing, and he loves kayaking. And so that's something I look forward to with my grandson. He's going to get to do a lot of fishing. Pouring rain. Yeah, and it's gotten sunny here. I don't know. I wonder if those storms went all around us that were supposed to hit us. I got a couple more of these to do, 2 more of these, and then we're going to switch up a little bit. Fishing trip this weekend. Fly fishing, that's good. I watched a video of the Florida woman, Jamie, and she was fly fishing, and she caught a perch, a brim, and where she caught it, it looks like a canal, and there's a couple of alligators there. I thought, oh my. I'm going to have to piece this one together. This one is almost done with. It is almost all gone. Is she? I don't know. She may be a mod for Brian. I started at 10 with an aluminum bait caster rod. Yeah. I had what was my first rod that I could remember? That was mine that I had bought. I fished with ugly sticks and I think some Shimano rods. I had a really good bass rod when I was younger, and I want to say, I can't remember the brand, but I want to say it was, it had the name the Karate Stick or something like that. It's kind of cool looking. It's a really good bass rod. All of my rods growing up, as far as catfishing, were all ugly sticks. And I had the ugly stick with the metal reel seat back then. Those are some good rods. I still have, I think I have one ugly stick. Okay, I got one more to do in this color, and then we're going to switch colors up. Yeah, they're cheap poles, but they're good. They're good poles. We got a good rod. We got the Flowcast Striker rod. I call it the Big Fish rod. It is 7'8", 2-piece. And we got it down to $69.99, and that's our striker rod. We do have a couple of crappie poles. We have two 7-foot poles, the Ninja rods, the Ninja 7 and the Ninja 4. Those are excellent ultralight rods for panfish. Are you still in here, Richard? I can't remember if you're still in here. I know you said, oh, there you are, Richard. Yep. Let's see. I did mail off your package this morning, and I forgot to take a picture of the tracking number. Forgot to take a picture of the tracking number. I got to see if I have another yellow tail here. Do I have another yellow squirrel tail? May be it. That may be it. Okay, let me look in my other box. I got all kinds of squirrel tail, kip tail, buck tail. Okay, so in here, do I have more yellow squirrel? I got brown. Somebody just put in an order. Thank you. Okay, let's go to this box. Yeah, I'm gonna have to order some more yellow squirrel. Okay, this next one I'm going to tie, I'm just going to use kip tail. Love my Ninja 4. Well, thank you. I am fishing, at fishing. Okay, this is kip tail here. Kip tail is calf tail, if you guys didn't know. It's going to be a little messier than the squirrel tail. Once you get it wet, it'll still keep its shape. Where with the squirrel tail will shrink up, bucktail will shrink up too. The kip tail won't shrink up as much. Uh-oh. Here, let me zoom in for you guys. Okay, that's calf tail right there. It's kip tail. That there's a lot of people that love kip tail. It does not. Again, it doesn't look as pretty as the squirrel or the bucktail or neck hackle or even marabou. It's a pretty messy lure, but it does hold its shape underwater. It's not going to shrink up on you. Problem with kip tail is you don't get long strands. Sometimes you get a tail end and you get some really short fibers. Those short fibers, you can use them for fly fishing and tying little micro flies. But as far as jigs and stuff like that, sometimes it's just hard to deal with. And this here would be an excellent brim or crappie jig. You can get plenty of jigs from a kip tail, but a lot of times when you got a kip tail, and that's like the base, a lot of times you get some that are just somewhat unusable for something like this here. And fortunately on this one I had a lot to work with. And that's what that looks like right there. But again, you get it wet, over a little bit of time it'll shrink up a little bit, but it keeps its form pretty good. Okay, let me see if I have some more of that yellow kiptail. If I do, I may end up just tying a bunch with the yellow and just do some of those. Yeah, that's just a regular yellow right there. Yeah, and that's a no, that is not. Oh, that is squirrel tail, isn't it? Ah, that's crazy. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go to the next color. I'm gonna keep this up there. Let's get this. Let's get this. I need to order more of that. Okay, I'll tie a couple more of these. I know I'm kind of getting off. I'm kind of meandering in my thoughts. Put it that way. Kind of meandering in my thoughts. I don't even know if I could do a stacker with this that well. It came out okay. Not as good as what I wanted. We do get a few people that will come over to the shop, and they do like kiptail. They love their kiptail. They swear up and down that it works for crappie and bluegill. Hello, PD. How's it going, PD? The problem with kiptail, and you put them in packaging, is they're not going to look super the same, because again, you're dealing with a hair that the fibers are all kind of tangly and gangly looking. And so if you can get them the same length, that helps out too, if you ever have to tie these up for a tackle store. But this fiber is really tough too. It's once you have it on here like this, and you know, it's going to be almost impossible for a fish to tear this up. It does take a lot of how do I say, abuse. You can put a lot of abuse on this lure, and you're, you know, it's not going to change. In other words, you know, if you can catch 100, 200 fish with this lure, and it's going to look the same way it did when it was new. That's not the same with neck hackle and marabou. And that's one of the reasons you get people that are down south, and they got these big old shell cracker perch. They want a tail that's going to last, you know, virtually forever. And so we do get some requests for people to, you know, for me to make lures like this for them. That's one of the reasons somebody will ask, you know, we get people to send me pictures of their lures that they make. And I get, and you know, and I'm being honest when I say this, I get anywhere from 5 to 10 pics a day from people sending me pictures of the lures. And, you know the lure is going to catch fish. And to me, you know, I don't really have any harsh criticism as far as, you know, because I know a lot of times some of these people are tying for the first time, and they're used to, you know, seeing products, at least locally, that may not be the most attractive, but they catch fish. And, you know, you don't have to have the prettiest lure out there to, you know, so you're not winning any beauty contest out there when you're out there fishing a lot of times. You can catch fish off ugly lures. So with a lure like this, it looks kind of scraggly and dangly, and it'll catch a lot of fish. That's why I tell all the people that are starting to tie, you know, don't worry about the appearance as much. You know, your lure is going to change over time, and then also the way that you pull thread. I always talk about pulling thread. Everybody pulls thread differently. Everybody has a different, you know, tension that they put on their bobbin, and so not everybody's going to tie the same. But it's just one of them things. You start tying lures. The lures I first tied, they looked awful. I mean, according, you know, as to what they look like now. But they would catch fish, and I was so proud of those lures. And we sold a bunch of those lures too. The back end of those lures looked like an O-cedar broom. You know, looked like a broomstick because they were all cut off, had the same length, and I was so proud of those lures when I first started making them. But we sold a bunch of them, and then over time, my skill level started changing, and also my eyesight for what I thought a lure should look like started changing. You know, that stuff changes over a period of time, and it happens with everybody. It'll happen with Brian Smith. 10 years from now, his lures, he may tie the same exact fly as far as name, but it's going to look a little bit different than what he's tying now. And same thing with Crappie Man Jigs, same thing for Richard and Remington and everybody else that ties. 10 years from now, your lure is going to look a little bit different. You're going to do things different than what you did in the beginning. It's just human nature. There are a few people that they're tying, once they get up to where they, at a certain level, it doesn't change much. And there aren't that many people that works for. Again, my lures, again, right now, they will not probably look the same 10 years, 20 years from now. They'll look a little bit different. There's a guy I watch, and he goes on TikTok all the time in the evening. Romero Flies on TikTok. we're not super great friends. We don't really know each other a whole lot, but you know, we're friends on TikTok. But I've seen his style has changed in the last 2 or 3 years. Hey there, Brady. How's it going there? Yep. Make sure to subscribe. Drop a like down. Hey there, Money. How's it going there? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just tying up some jigs here. Let me go get some hair gel and the blow dryer. I got introduced to Kiptail jigs by a fella named Fay Riley. He had owned R&F lures locally here. He actually had a little fly tying shop, and he had been tying since he was in his since I don't know if it's Vietnam War or Korean War or something like that. He'd been tying for years. He had tied since the 1960s at least. Old military vet. Some people thought he was grumpy and mean, and he was always nice to me. He was nice to me after he realized I used to be the owner of the Sucasa Mexicana Cafe, because he loved getting tamales from there. But some of his lures were Kiptail lures. These could catch probably about 50 different species. You can catch perch, crappie, all kinds of fish with these. If you have fluorescent or UV reactive material in your jig, go off fishing, carry a cheap UV torch. Oh yeah, that does work too good. That does work really good, Michael. I used to make glow-in-the-dark jigs, and there's a fella that would fish at the local fishing dock that would carry this little box, and it was a UV light box, and he had some small flies / jigs that were like 1/100ths and 1/80ths, and you can use them with a fly rod or whatever, but he would use them with his ice fishing rod. He would put those flies in that little box and close it up and press a button, and a UV light would go on, and he would charge up his jigs that way. And he would put his glow-in-the-dark jigs in there too. These here are Kiptail, if you're just coming in. Kiptail is calf tail. I imagine there's a bunch of little calves running around out there without any tails. We got this one off a yellow cow. The same principle goes with this. When you're laying down your thread on top of the tail, you don't ever start, you know, laying your thread there. You always start back here, and you get a couple of good wraps around it, and kind of pinch it, and kind of push down a little bit. That way you get around the hook, and that way it doesn't push your kip tail back. Hey there, Ruger. Hey there, Jeremy. Hey, Jeremy's in here. Is calf tail a little less dense than bug tail? I don't know. To me, it just has a different feel. It has kind of, it's not oily by any means. It just has a different feel. I mean, you could say it's a little bit less dense, I guess. It doesn't lose its shape underwater. So what you see right here is once it gets wet, it'll look the same. You know, you can put water on it. And here I am. I'm licking my fingers, and it's not going to change the shape up a whole lot. You can tie all kinds of different things. You can tie little bitty streamers with calf tail, and it's going to hold its shape, you know, very well. So if you do use you want to tie like a I say a little bitty streamer on maybe like a number 8, number 10 hook, it's going to hold its shape quite well. Yep. So guys, I'm going to take a little break here, and my wife's going to be leaving here pretty soon. I'm going to say goodbye, and but I've been on here for about an hour and a half already. So remember, we do have skeins of chenille. We added 7 different colors of chenille, and they do come in 72 yards, those skeins. So we're going to be adding on more colors as they keep coming in, the shipments come in. So we'll see you guys later. You can also use Flow 10 on the skeins too. That turns it from $35.99 down to like 32 something. So you'll save some money on those skeins. So we'll see you guys later. Thank you guys again for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Bye-bye.